a foot or an inch, yeah, I fight for you all is the truth and I'm in, yeah, I fight for every breath that I take, and I fight for every step that I make. When you add up the inches, life or death, winning or losing is the difference. You are the witness, inches around us, every second decisions. Too slow and I missed it, fast and I skipped it, but I'm on time so I gripped it. If you were ready to die then you will get this. If you're afraid of your life then you fight for that edge. No matter how far I come I know I still got a step to take. Rip, pull, that's it. Yeah, I do what I have to get where I got to. Eat, dirt, that's it. I've been called worse by better, so what can you do to me? Fight for that edge. This is more than a team, it's family and I'll die for them.
It is Carnage in Clearfield. Joe Dabrowski joined by my guest Benjamin C. Steele. Welcome to Clearfield, Pennsylvania, one of my favorite stops in my travels throughout the years. Clearfield always a lively and energetic bunch. Former IWC Tag Team Champions on their way to the ring. They have been overlooked and underestimated many times in their careers, but let's think back to Rural Valley, Benjamin C. Steele, how they survived a wild street fight with Marshall the Bull and Bronco McBride, one of the craziest main events in IWC's near, 15-plus year history.
Well, Joe, right you are, and I gotta say, I can't think of a more unhappy way for this show to start for me.
What?
I gotta see Keith Haught, and I gotta see Remy LaVey.
This is a party.
What party's gonna pick up here in a moment? Joe, if we're going to talk about tag team wrestling, not only in this area, but in all of the world today, this is the team you want to talk about. Ty Cross there in the flannel, the red flannel, Edric Everhart in the green flannel, held tag team championships everywhere, and most importantly about these guys, they focus on one thing, and that's the win.
Well, we are looking at the new ugly Edric Everhart as well as the deadbeat bully Ty Cross. Together they're called System Elite, but they're a couple of individuals you don't want to hang out around very often. Edric, the kind of guy that would try to steal your girlfriend from you. Ty, the kind of guy that might just try to steal your wallet.
Wow, that's an insult. That is slander, sir. Slander.
I think they're proud of that fact. They would enjoy that comparison because they're the kind of type that would do it just because they could.
Well, unless somebody's going to stop them, then it's really theirs for the taking. You know that saying, the world is your oyster?
Yes.
Well, that's how they look at girlfriends, wallets, and listen to these people. Boy, they love Haught and Remy. No account for taste.
What's not to love about Haught and Remy? Last time they were in Clearfield, they were the defending IWC Tag Team Champions, only were unsuccessful thanks to some outside involvement. The cage door slammed in their faces, but these guys always show up ready to work hard, give it their all, and make a statement. Because I think the biggest mistake you can make with Remy and Haught is underestimating them, and many people have. In my opinion, Marshall the Bull did.
Well, Joe, see, you're talking about the past. Let's talk about the present. First of all, I'd like to point out that they are no longer the IWC Tag Team Champions, and I know you mentioned that, but I can't say that enough. Can I say it again?
You're a big fan of the reigning champions, the fraternity, aren't you? As Remy LaVey showing that fight, that's Edric Everhart in the ring now. Tyler Cross knocked off the apron. Paddle counter roll-up attempt here.
Well, that's a good tag team right there. Always knowing where the other one is.
And And Remy LaVey able to take down Edric. What do you make of this this fashion statement? The flannel tied around their waist? What is this, an early 90s grunge era? What's up with this?
Well, it's hashtag flannel the cartel. Gonna flannel the International Wrestling Cartel. That's what we're doing here tonight. Gonna flannel IWC. You know, this could take IWC by storm. You could see flannel. Jesus, shot right there.
A little bionic elbow action, if you will. Cover now, Keith Haught on top for 2.
You know, this could be the trend that's sweeping the nation. You can see flannel everywhere. Men, women, children, animals, plants, prostitutes, nuns. Everybody's going to be in flannel. Some of those, you can find all of those things in this building right now. We're in Clearfield, Joe. Come on. Don't give me that look.
Edric Everhart puts the brakes on as Tyler Cross tries to get involved, and Keith Haught deposited on the outside. I believe he was raked in the eyes on the way down as well. And Ty Cross taking advantage. The deadbeat bully. This guy just enjoys beating people up unprovoked. Picks on people just because he can, because they're smaller than him, or because he underestimates them. And again, talking about underestimation, I thought you don't realize how tough he is until you're in the trenches with him, as Edric finds 2 that time.
You're really biased. You love Remy and Keith, don't you?
How am I biased when I point out these guys have guts, they've got fight, they've got gumption? We've seen that month in and month out. What am I saying that's inaccurate?
Well, if they had all that, why are they not the tag team champions? The fraternity is, I rest my case. Point for BC Steel.
I didn't have a chance to respond. Martian Bull.
Cheer for him and help him, huh?
That's not obnoxious.
You're right.
Remy LaVey getting upset, justifiably so, as System Elite taking some liberties.
Well, you know, Joe, if the referee doesn't see it, is it really cheating?
Yes.
Now, that was a rhetorical question. Like, if a tree falls in the woods, does anybody care, or however that goes?
That's not how it goes.
I'm pretty sure that's how it goes.
Keep in mind, Keith Haught, a former 2-time IWC Tag Champion, also won the gold with Colin the Lady once upon a time.
So Keith Haught just can't keep a partner.
That's not true at all.
That's what you were alluding to. I got it.
I was alluding to the fact that he's very underrated and the success he's accomplished as Tyler Cross finds 2.
And, you know, we can talk about Remy and Keith being a great tag team, but let's not underestimate that System Elite has been a tag team for their entire career. So well, and now these people are, I'm trying to do commentary. Can we quiet them down?
No, that's encouraged here. You want people to be loud, enthusiastic, have a good time.
Yeah, but I'm trying to speak.
Cover, it's all the more reason to drown you out.
I'm going to take that as an insult.
Oh, I hope you do. Blatant choke from Tyler Cross to Keith Haught.
Hit him.
Cross is very relentless, isn't he?
Well, he's got a heck of a motor on him. He doesn't know the meaning of the word stop. When it comes to, as you call bullying, I say aggressive lesson teaching.
All right, well, you don't need to have aggressive lesson teaching when you're, hanging out outside of 7-Eleven and you see a guy, you decide you want to talk to his girlfriend, so you dispose of him. That's what these guys are proud of doing. They admit to doing that.
Well, Joe, I will tell you something. All the women in here, I guarantee are okay. I guarantee that neither of them would want to talk to any of them.
Why don't these guys take up a productive hobby? Why don't they work on bettering themselves instead of just hanging out all day and picking on people?
I don't think you like it, because I bet they'd pick. Did they pick on you, Joe? Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm feeling good. But right now, see, they're abusing Keith Haught. I'm a big Keith Haught fan, I'll admit that.
Oh, yeah, we know that. Well, what's wrong with abusing Keith Haught? I personally love it. You know, I take back what I said earlier. This is a great way to start out.
Rubbing the face of Keith Haught in the canvas. What have you done to Keith Haught?
It's not what I've done to Keith Haught, it's what he's done to me.
Oh.
His mere existence. He's got way too much energy. He's way too much.
Well, you said that you love bullying, but I seem to remember you hiding behind your charges, not bullying him directly.
See, you're misremembering things. First,
Misremembering. All right.
and second of all, you never trust a guy who's that happy.
Oh! Stiff kick right to the side of the jaw.
Well, we need a dentist for Keith Haught and a podiatrist for Ty Cross. He hurt his foot. That's why we need a podiatrist.
Oh, darn. His life must be in danger.
Well, they save lives, so he'll be quite all right. Don't you worry.
A podiatrist. Keith Haught, notice Edric keeping himself between Keith Haught and Remy LaVey. great tag team wrestling. And System Elite, as you mentioned, they've been teaming, 4 or 5 years together now?
Absolutely. Both debuted, I believe, in 2011. There you go.
Back body drop. Edric hangs on. Oh, the bottom drops out, but nobody there. Edric with an adjustment. And plants the foot right to the side of the face cover. No. Your fault.
I think that was 3. Ty Cross said it was 3. So, Joe, where's the bell? Ring it.
No. First of all, the bell's not over here. Secondly, that wasn't the end of the match.
Well, Ty Cross said it was 3.
I don't care what Ty Cross said. He's a bully. Don't take his word for things.
He's a pal of mine, first of all. Thank you very much.
You wait for the official. That's the only pal I'm worried about. He'll signal when the bell rings.
Nobody likes him anyway. We're focusing on...
Look at Keith Haught. Oh, worked that time.
That should be illegal. That's illegal use of the posterior. Where's the IWC rulebook?
Got him right in the sternum, but can Keith Haught follow through? He needs to bring in the mind eraser, Remy LaVey.
You know, Remy's got to be really fresh right now. He's been on the apron virtually the entire time.
Here comes Tyler, here comes Remy. And Remy unloading on Tyler Cross. He's been waiting for 5-7 minutes to get in there?
Well, that's going to rearrange the face of one Ty Cross. And I'll tell you, the thing about Remy LaVey is you've got to stop his momentum, because the more he goes, the better it's going to be.
Slick blade! And Tyler Cross back with a spine buster. System Elite looking to make a statement. Their IWC debuts half a count away.
Ty Cross reminds me of a young Arn Anderson.
Sure, Arn Anderson would feel about that.
I think he would take it as a compliment.
Look at this slugfest between Keith Haught and Ty Cross, center of the ring. Keith Haught, deceptively aggressive. Kick duck, Edric with a cutter.
See,
that was brutal.
It's what I said earlier, always knowing where your opponent is.
System Elite looking to finish this thing off, but...
Well, they need to turn around right now.
Don't forget the legal man, Remy! Double drop kick and a beauty! And you can sense the energy, the determination, the fire in young Remy LaVey, often misunderstood, often a loner except for Haught. Remy LaVey fighting for acceptance here in Clearfield.
Oh, big deal. So the weirdo found one other weirdo to like him. That's how cults start, Joe Dombrowski.
Spinebuster attempt again. Slick blade. Remy connects again. And Keith Haught is ready. Oh, could we see? Wait a little bit of the boost. Into the hot mess. Goodbye.
Oh, come on.
LaVey and Haught are victorious. System Elite, you can forget that podiatrist. Might want to get him a proctologist to remove their heads, because they are on the losing end. The Bully and the New Ugly have been silenced by maybe the most underrated tag team in IWC history.
You are way too happy.
Hey!
Yeah, there's underrated for you. Yeah, there you go. That's what happens. This is how you make an impact here in IWC on the tag team scene. You just start taking people out.
Now, a chair's on Keith Haught's throat.
Good.
He can't breathe.
He doesn't need to.
Somebody's got to come out here and stop this. Ty Cross will do this all night.
Good.
If he has his way about it. Come on.
You know, I know we have other matches coming up, but I would watch this all night. Let's hear it.
Well, you're the only one in the building applauding.
Oh, no. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently, Marshall the Bull is not finished with Remy and Haught yet. Marshall still with sour grapes over their Rural Valley street fight.
Joe, historic night, the last time that we will see Remy and Haught.
Marshall's got the black gloves on, no fingerprints at the scene.
Smart man, this is going to be beautiful. Can we get like some sound effects in there though?
This vile series. Hey!
Hey, wait a minute. Hey!
Marshall the Bull just wiped out System Elite, and nobody's more shocked than Keith Haught and Remy LaVey.
What? Huh? What's going on? Hey! Whoa, no.
This is not the side of Marshall the Bull I expected.
First off, you two, you're newbies to the tag division. If anybody's going to be beating anybody's ass with a chair in the tag division, it's me. On to you two, boys. You know, last time we were here, I cost you your tag titles. And we had a hell of a match in Roll Valley. And quite frankly, you guys beat my ass. I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong. This whole time, it was never about me hating you or hating you. It was a test. I wanted to see if you two could hold up the standards of the IWC Tag Team Division. And quite frankly, you guys have exceeded my expectations. So, you know, I might not be a tag team champion. Hell, I might not even have a tag partner anymore. But I still have a little bit of stroke around here. So Justin Plummer, I'm not asking. I'm not demanding. I'm begging that you give these guys a rematch next month for the IWC Tag Team Championships.
Keith Haught and Remy LaVey versus Returning December 10th. You guys want to see that?
No!
That's a hell of an idea.
Who asked you?
You guys have worked your asses off this year, and if Marshall endorses you, then so do I. It's official! Remy and Haught for the tag team title versus the Flexor.
Man, it has been a 6-month journey.
This might be the last thing that I ever do in IWC. But I'll tell you something. I feel good knowing that the tag team division is in good hands. Thank you, boys.
An endorsement from Marshall the Bull does not come easily and should not be taken lightly. A man who has spilled more blood and battered more bodies than anybody in the history of IWC Tag Team Wrestling. Marshall the Bull walks out of an IWC ring confident with the state of IWC's tag team future. That means a lot to hear that from Marshall.
Well, I'm not going to discredit Marshall's history. I mean, you and I have called it. We've seen it for the last 10, 12 years. I don't even know. You know what? I don't want to talk about this right now. I really don't.
Well, we're going to talk about it. 6+ month journey for Remy and Haught to get back to the Tag Team Championships, and they have that opportunity against the team that beat them, the Fraternity. December 2016, winner take all IWC live event. It'll be a DVD digital release, IndyWrestling.us. Remy and Haught have their opportunity to get back to the top of IWC Tag Wrestling. Noctus has seen some dark, heavy things in his life. Once upon a time, he was serving our country and our armed forces, and maybe didn't exactly agree with the marching orders, didn't exactly agree with the cause that he was put on. And Noctus wants to come back and transfer that darkness into the light. And that's really the description of Noctus. He wants to take the combat skills, the mentality he learned over there, and use it for something positive, that being an inspirational, superheroic professional wrestling persona to be somebody positive for the kids to look up to.
How much did he pay you to say that?
$8. Who is John Rodin? And that's a question that I'm asked many times by many people, and I really don't have a great answer because the man formerly known as Matt Segaris has completely transformed himself. He has cut, it's got to be at least 50 pounds. He's rededicated himself to the gym, rededicated himself to his career. I believe he attended a Harley race school camp over the past number of months. And John Rodin has completely changed his outlook on life and wrestling. And anytime I ask him, what's the story of John Rodin? Who is John Rodin? He just gives me a look and walks away. And he's that serious. He don't want to talk about it. He just wants to be about it.
First of all, that sounds like a line from a 90s hip-hop R&B song. So hopefully you don't bust out a freestyle here. It'd be greatly appreciated if we can avoid that. But my question is, the handshake. See, that's not what this man was about. This man was a stick-to-itiveness, smack you around a little bit. Now he's out here shaking hands. People are cheering for him. I don't like it. There, I said it.
You don't like what?
The handshaking and the slapping and people cheering. I don't like it.
You just don't like when people are happy.
I'm happy. I'm always happy. You see this face? This is a happy face.
You don't look happy or sound happy. Noctus, tough to read his moods based on that mask, but we saw him one-on-one at Cage Fury with Brian Bowers. Good showing for himself, and looking good here against John Rodin. Who is John Rodin to you, BC Steel? Nice headset.
I will say, he's definitely a man that, as you mentioned, he has gotten in quite possibly the best shape of his life. You know, going to a Harley race camp, obviously that's going to increase your skills, your repertoire, and yourself as a professional wrestler.
Look at Noctus! Rodin out of the way. Rodin catches the foot. Oh, Noctus landed hard on that shoulder, the edge of the ring frame. That's the hardest part of the wrestling ring, as you well know.
Well, I'm hoping that aggressive streak that we've seen in him is still there, but I could ask a question. This is bothering me. Why is Noctus wearing a mask? Is he that ugly?
I just explained all of that at the top of the segment, and you told me that I got bought off to say.
It was on my BlackBerry. I wasn't paying attention. People still use those, right?
As much as they use 90s R&B references, yes.
Well, you know what? I guess this is the return of the mask then. So, but a man in a mask, you can't trust a man in a mask. He's hiding something. Maybe
he wants to change his identity because he's not proud of the things he had to do during wartime.
He's an ugly man, is what I'm hearing. I mean, Joe,
I don't say anything about his looks. I never seen him without his mask.
Well, look around this place. I mean, if we're going to go on that, a lot of these people here should be wearing masks. Maybe two or three.
I am selling some on merchandise table. That's not nice.
Wow, what a cheap shield that was.
John Rodin. Hammerlock slam. Rodin has zeroed in as he finds two there. He zeroed in on the damage done, the opportunity created, thanks to the landing on the arm and shoulder on the ring frame, and Rodin's had tunnel vision.
Well, Rodin, the one knock that you could put on him before was sometimes he would lose focus depending on whatever the issue was, maybe his opponent, but he seems to really have a game plan going, and that's what he's sticking to right now. Now we'll have to see what happens.
Rodin breaks before 5. And yeah, I agree with you. The focus is better than ever. Formerly one half of Blue Collar Slaughterhouse, they could never really get the job done. They could never capture the tag team titles or win that big main event. And only this reversal and knocked the set up and over. But John Rodin has shown me he's got the tools to go far if he can continue. But Noctus, you can't underestimate him as well.
Well, see, if I were one of these men, you know what I'd do?
Oh, jeez, Noctus. Shades of low-key and CJ Sensation by Noctus. Sunset flip coming.
There's a very, almost a 90s reference, actually.
Not an R&B song.
No, not an R&B. At least not that I know of.
But I'll tell you what, Rodin is focusing right back on that arm again.
Well, I'll give him credit. That's a smart move. You know, shades of the Andersons. You pick a body part, you work on it, and you completely weaken an individual.
Are you going to compare everybody on the show to Arn Anderson?
I might. I love Arn Anderson. Matter of fact, I'm going to call him later.
I'm sure you will.
You know, we're going to see an Arn Anderson, like, beat down later when we got Chris LeRusso and Buck Nasty out here.
Is that so?
Yes. So I'd be like a J.J. Dillon. Or maybe an Arn Anderson with 2 other Arn Andersons. Be that as it may, I can tell you.
You just compared your group to 3 Arn Andersons.
Absolutely. The best group ever. But what I would do is if I were one of these men.
Oh, gosh. You might rethink that one.
Is you turn the ref, and you know, it's right between the inner thighs.
Oh, get out of here.
Well, here, I'd like to show you. It's just an open fist.
Get away from me.
I'm trying to demonstrate. So you
Rodin
can
in a
feel.
hard, bad part of town here. Hard landing in the corner as Noctus now beginning to mount the offensive. Rodin, he's rubber-legged. He's not been able to get back on track.
And I'll tell you, Noctus really connected full force with that shot.
Ooh. Side suplex, but you see the damage done to the shoulder. Noctus takes a few extra seconds, and that could have been the difference as Rodin gets out just before 3.
You know, I got to tell you, this might be the most impressive showing I've seen of Noctus as well. Both of these men seem really focused. And I'll tell you, a win tonight could really get them on the right path as far as their career goes.
Sure, absolutely could.
We just agreed. That's not good.
Call it. 2-0. I thought you were going to say Arn Anderson's spine buster.
Well, I was going to, but I wanted to see if that was going to be the 3 count.
Well, you can still talk. You're here to talk about it. You could have mentioned that.
I was thinking about Arn Anderson.
Rodin seems insulted that Noctus has mounted this kind of an offensive.
See, and this is what I talked about before. Rodin would get frustrated at certain points, and then he would lose his cool, lose his composure, and that would sometimes be to his detriment, and that might be what we're seeing right
Look
here.
at Noctus firing away. This kid's got some heart. Oh. Rodin's got a boot.
Well, I believe a boot trumps heart.
Oh, shoulder first again. And Rodin, right to that part of the body, maybe trying to separate the shoulder here.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, when you have that arm behind you, you may not think much of it, but when it's being wrenched, and also he's got the neck, I believe, as well.
Yeah, it's a submission move here. He's wrenching back on that neck, pulling at the shoulder.
And with what we saw earlier on Noctis' shoulder, I don't know how much more he's got left in him.
Noctus may have just passed out. Noctus passed out from the pain. John Rodin. Submission attempt. Noctus, I'll give him credit for not giving up, but man, the body gave out. John Rodin, another impressive showing here in IWC Wrestling.
Definitely might be the most impressive matchup I've seen from him. I'll give credit.
Most improved to 2016, do you think?
You know, I might have to go that route. If we're talking just body transformation alone, absolutely. But that was an impressive win. And as I mentioned earlier, he didn't lose his cool.
What's next for the man known as John Rodin?
Joe, let me explain to you what MMA means, okay? It's mixed martial arts, and as you mentioned...
Excuse me?
Well, I know you're not hip to it, so... And all of his matches ended in first-round stoppage.
Yeah, you're the hip one.
I am very hip. You're that 90s Return to the Mac reference, right?
Shane, very impressive, very dangerous man. We've seen him a number of times here before in IWC. We've seen him stand up to some of this organization's best. But man, you want to talk about an intimidating foe. You want to talk about all power.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing 275 pounds,
very first two-time IWC champion in the company's history. That man is Jimmy Vegas. Year in and year out, he's withstood them all throughout the history of this great organization. Jimmy Vegas, every time I see him, he looks a little bit bigger and a little bit meaner.
Well, that says something for Jimmy Vegas to look meaner. Because of all the guys in the IWC locker room, I don't know if there's a man angrier than Jimmy Vegas.
Last time we were here in Clearfield, Vegas and Bolin in a steel cage matchup. That was a wild affair. Vegas on the winning end of that one.
You know, we got more of this respect, bumping fists. Whatever happened to poking somebody in the eye? And like, if you dig really deep, you can actually feel the back of their eye.
I don't want to hear that.
It's an effective maneuver.
It's not legal. Shane, undefeated in professional mixed martial arts fights, several knockouts, stoppages, as was mentioned. But the thing that MMA has that pro wrestling doesn't is weight classification. And Vegas certainly has, 40, 50, 60, 70 pounds on Shane? How is Shane going to maneuver Jimmy Vegas where Vegas doesn't want to go?
We'd have to think that, had a quick one count there. You'd have to agree that Shane InYaFace has not only the speed, but also that quickness, ability to change motion, to change direction, and that's what he's going to have to use to defeat Vegas. That said, Vegas has gone up against competitors of all sizes, from cruiserweights all the way on up, and even holds some impressive victories over guys like the Sandman and Tommy Dreamer. So he's really taken on the gambit of professional wrestlers.
Jimmy Vegas has also beaten CM Punk.
That is true, and I heard that guy went on to some great things, and he went into MMA as well.
There you go. Vegas proudly represented Team IWC a month ago at Corktown Sports Center against Team LeBar. 6-man tag action.
Want to tell the people who won that?
You can.
The winner of that was Team LeBar, close personal friend of mine, by the way.
I'm sorry to hear that for your sake.
You're not nice.
Look at Shane with the round kick springboard, and Vegas is down. Could have an upset here. Can Shane roll the big frame over, shoulders down, 2-0.
And I'll tell you, it takes one of those kicks to the side of the temple to just knock your equilibrium loopy. And a lot of times you may not hear that referee count in your head, and you may get counted out.
And now Shane, maybe a mistake letting Vegas get to his feet. Now he's going to knock him back down again. Look at his sleeper.
So that's a smart move by Vegas. Get him back into that corner.
Smart move by Shane, playing to his strengths here. Grappling MMA style, but Vegas, when he creates that opening, when he creates that space, he can create offense barely over the clothesline. And here's where we may see the veteran instincts of Jimmy Vegas, who's been in IWC since pretty much day one.
Absolutely. Jimmy Vegas, one of the first IWC champions as well, defeating Orion in McKees Rocks, Pennsylvania, 2001. You know who the referee for that match was, by the way?
Who was that?
That was a young, extremely good-looking Mark Steele who went on to become Benjamin C. Steele. So you're sitting next to a piece of history right now.
I wish I was.
I'm a piece of work.
Vegas is grounding Shane InYaFace, and imagine Vegas, look at this now, Vegas is trying to pull out a bit of a chancery, front face lock. I don't think Vegas, it doesn't behoove him. What? He is suplexed him from a seated position.
Not a lot of guys are going to be able to do that when you're seated. You don't really have the power game going, and that seems to damage Shane InYaFace. And I got to say, that's a smart move by Vegas, because we've seen those lethal kicks. Shane InYaFace is actually unique. He can kick from either side.
Well, I think Shane's knee collided with the bottom rope on that suplex. Maybe affected that landing, maybe dinged it a little bit, because Shane has had a hard time keeping his weight on his right knee, and Vegas has exploited that as well.
Well, now he should just kick him in the knee as hard as he can, about 10 times.
You have no shame. You have no absence of malice, do you? All the way slam, nicely done.
Well, Joe, when you hang around some of the people that I hang around with, you don't really have to. I can kind of do whatever I want.
That's true. Hey, you got the Super Indy title in your fold. I can't deny that.
Yeah, see, that doesn't it feel good to talk about me and my accolades and my gentlemen?
As good as it feels for you.
I'll tell you, I'd love that.
Gentleman is a bit of a stretch.
Wow.
Clothesline again. Shane outsmarts him this time. Leaves his feet with a forearm strike. Gravity helps him, but only a count of one.
I'll tell you, I can count on one hand the number of men that have been able to take Jimmy Vegas down with one shot like that. Shane InYaFace in very, very exclusive company, and he caught Jimmy Vegas flush. I don't think Vegas expected that at all.
Oh, not at all. And again, that's Shane's kind of his MO. He can change style, change directions. He can grapple with you. He can strike with you. He's won his matches so emphatically for a reason, because he's dangerous on so many different levels.
And we still see that knee causing problems.
But Vegas having problems getting to his feet. Shane says it's over. Vegas. Oh, now it's a slugfest. I don't know who I side with here.
See, and Joe, and this is what happens. Eventually you get into a match, it just becomes fist. Uh-oh, cha-ching. Wait, cha-ching slam.
Got him. No momentum, straight up deadlift. Jimmy Vegas beats him.
Absolutely impressive win for Vegas. Not sure of the status of Shane InYaFace's knee. You'd have to think that played a part in it. And Joe, I'd love to stay and chat, but I got business to attend to. I'll see you later.
Business? Well, hey, Jimmy Vegas and Shane InYaFace, they were one-on-one slugfest, hammer and tongue, whatever you want to call it. And it was pretty 50-50 for a time, but Vegas was able to break out that power, get the win. But there you see a nod from Vegas as well towards Shane InYaFace, showing some respect. Shane's a hell of a fighter. He's got a future, but he's got to get that knee tended to first. Jimmy Vegas, your winner. It's the frenetic energy of the Spasmanian Devil. Talking about Andrew Palace. This guy is losing his mind. We haven't even gotten to a match yet. There's no one like the energy, the fervor that Andrew Palace brings every time he's out near the ring. Set for tag team action. Oh, Andrew Palace, he's infectious the way he approaches this matchup, but we may hear some hot news from Palace in a moment. Blown up.
Tonight, and I would find me a couple partners. So right now, I'd like to introduce my partners.
Well, that music sounds familiar. It's the sexy, talented dudes, STDs. Gory, futuristic, Ginger, Kingpin McDowell, Chest Flexor. Is that Pump Ferrari under that lampshade? Looks like these individuals have been partaking in a bit of a party of their own. Palace a checkered past with this group.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my bachelor party. Ginger, Pump Ferrari.
He invited his fiancée to his bachelor party?
because I have to tell you something.
Apparently these are not Palace's partners.
Listen, hands your pals. Help me your partner, Doug. Come here.
Calm down, pink pants.
Listen, the best formation of the STDs was the original. With you.
You're losing us.
So, the best wedding gift that you could give me is to let us be your partner. Reform the STDs!
Los STDs Originales? Well, apparently, are we going to have an STD reunion? Palace was excommunicated from the group once upon a time, but here we see 2/3 of the opposition, Argos and Dupree.
No. Bring your leader to us.
No one cares about your stupid wedding. I know we don't. We don't care at all. Or are you looking for someone else? Where are you? Where's that?
Their invitations must be lost in the mail.
They actually thought that Brian Bowers would drive to this dump and be in front of all these ugly, stupid people.
Oh, come on.
Why don't you believe that? Who would want to be here? This is the Jaxon for everybody wants to be here.
I like the sounds of that.
No. No. Yes. No. No. Bachelor party. We shot with the A's, right? Yeah, we are the A's, so you don't be right, so shut your mouths.
Mocking the Canadian love that these Lance Storm trainees show.
Bachelor party. We are here for a tag team. Tag team. 2 on 2. You can count. Because the other guy was scared. We're doing 2 on 2 now. Shut up! You know what? Fine. You three boys want a 2 on 2 tag team match? You got it. And my tag team partner.
Well, Palace has to narrow the field down. The Bachelor of Honor. This has not gone the way of Argos and Dupree thus far. Well, oh my God.
What's up, Joe?
Corey Futuristic with,
How's it going?
with open beer can in hand.
This is a very nice microphone you got here.
Yes, it's not mine. It belongs to Sorgatron Media and IndyWrestling.us.
I get a lot more sober every time I see you, Joe.
I don't know what that means, but thank you.
This is going to be exciting night of action.
It's Palace and Flexor against Argos and Dupree.
I was hoping we were going to trick Andrew into picking me and Flexor in being this match, but
Brian Bowers not here.
He's not here.
He was.
So,
Was he
it's
scared?
like-
Is that the deal?
I'm not sure. I've heard he's been hanging out at one of them clubs downtown, and I don't really want to go there, but...
All right, some of those clubs. We'll just leave that lay. It's Andrew Palace in the ring with R.C. Dupree. Dupree and Argos both trained by Lance Storm at the Storm Wrestling Academy in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Yes?
He looks a little bit weird, though. I mean, he looks a little bit off.
Okay, I wouldn't argue with that. Yeah,
What's up with that shirt on his...
What's up with that thing hanging from his chin?
That is a little bit weird.
But
is he from France or something? I heard he speaks French. Does he
he
not?
does speak French, yes. He likes to rub it in people's face if he speaks French.
That's impressive.
I think it's more of a French-Canadian thing than a French.
You want a beer, Joe?
No, I can't.
Oh, come on. It's a bachelor party.
No, I understand.
Come
I
on.
appreciate it.
Oh, my God, buddy.
I'm surprised you're not jumping out of a cake or something.
You know who needs to be the next member of the STDs,
Who's
Joe?
that?
Joe Dombrowski.
Is
That's
that
who
so?
it needs to be. Yeah. What do you think?
You know what? I'm open to it. I'm not sure if I got the same fashion sense.
I've heard you're open to a lot, though, right?
Is that? Well, hey, never rule anything out. Is that Pump Ferrari under that lampshade?
We thought it was Gary Larry, but halfway through the bachelor party, we realized it was Ferrari. I'm just being honest. That is a severe headlock going on in the middle of the ring right now.
Severe headlock by Edgy Palace. It's great to see that Edgy Palace is kind of making up with the STD, so you guys were on the outs for a couple of years.
Yeah, he made up with Chest Flexor, but he should have picked me to make up with me. But let's be honest.
Maybe he can make up with you after the match.
I don't know. There's only one way he can make up with me, and I don't really want to say that on the microphone right now. So.
Okay, I thought we were talking about picking a tag partner. Maybe we're not. Palace back into the side headlock. Argos foot in the rope. Argos and Dupree didn't really work to get into IWC. They just used their connection, Brian Bowers, and played that Lance Storm card to kind of sneak in the back door. I don't think they've really earned this opportunity.
Is Lance Storm really that great, though?
Yes.
Is he?
Yes. That's really the only good thing about them is they sought out the best training, but they're obnoxious about it. They rub it in everybody's faces.
I don't know about that, Joe. Oh, boy.
How much have you drank today?
I lost count, but in the future, 15 beers is like 1 beer here, so I'm okay.
So they water it down, I guess, to save money.
Hey, you know this ain't the first time I drank. You see me at House of Hardcore, too.
No, I did see you there. That was another experience. But Palace right now controlling the arm.
But
And Argos with a forearm. And that may have woken Palace up.
oh boy, you don't want to get Andrew angry.
Argos in the wrong part of town. Oh! Double sledges, Polish handles.
Oh my God! They're gonna knock his teeth out.
And R.C. Dupree.
Oh my God!
Much the same, much to the delight and dismay of Corey Futuristic. Corey, what is your role in the Chest Flexor wedding in a couple of weeks? Are you like the ring boy?
Why would I be the ring boy?
I'm just asking questions.
I'm the best man, obviously.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Oh, McDowell's getting his cheap shots in. The Lord of the Lanes.
Yeah, he's had the most beers out of all of us.
Has he?
He's kind of an alcoholic, to be honest.
Does
Oh, what's going on
wait a
there?
second.
Oh my! Double axe handle from the fan.
These small children and others, children and adults.
Oh no!
The town of Clearfield has risen as one against
Could you
Argos.
imagine how many STDs this crowd has?
Moving on. What does Flexor have? Is that like a GoPro or something?
Yeah, it is actually.
Documenting the show? Do we have that angle on Sorgatron Media? Or is this... Can we get this edited?
Oh my God!
My monitor's gone out. I'm not sure what's going on. And all these fans are just beating the tar out of Argos and Dupree. And we're GoProing all of it.
This guy is getting beaten silly.
We're gonna get these guys too.
Welcome to IWC RC Dupree. Oh man, we're making a second lap.
This is kind of shocking because the STDs usually don't do too good in Clearfield, but it seems like we're doing pretty good today.
You guys are doing great. Andrew Palace, Chest Flexor, the band back together. That's how Andrew Palace started in IWC. He started as the butt end of a Chinese dragon, and now he's here.
I forgot about that.
You forgot about a lot today, I think. Flexor and now.
Well, I have such a long life since I'm from the future, and I'm always traveling around.
Or technically, you may have not been born yet. Thank you for your input. Flexor tags in the Palace.
What's this guy's name in the ring again?
It's Jaxon Argos.
Jaxon Argo. I'm sure that's his legit name. Jaxon Argo.
Thank you, Corey Futuristic. Near fall. Argos, by the way. Ends in this.
Wait, he's related to a ghost?
No, Argos. Not ghost. Ghost.
I'm confused, Joe.
That's fine. That's why we go over this data. You're okay. You're in good hands. Flexor back in.
This is an Andrew Chest Flexor Classic. Russian leg sweep. Oh, my Lord.
Dare I say vintage STDs,
Oh, my God.
near fall.
That was really close to 3, Joe.
That was an STD from way back in the day. Crowd continue to call out to the absent Brian Bowers as Dupree gets the knee up. And Flexor distracted and Argos chopped
Come
off
on,
the
ref.
knee. And again, I told you can't underestimate how smart these guys are, how deceiving they can be.
Those Canadians are very, very deceiving.
They're not actually Canadian, but they just train in Canada. They're
What
Canadian,
do you mean?
They're Canadian
they went
sympathizers.
to Landstorm's Academy in Canada and they're not Canadian? Is that what you're trying to tell
That
me?
is exactly what I said.
I don't believe you.
That's okay.
Chest Flexor needs to get that tag sooner. He's going to be in trouble.
Oh, I think Flexor's in trouble already. Argos with that chin lock. Chest needs to battle free. He's got the elbow.
How terrible would it be for Flexor to tap out at his bachelor party?
Very terrible. Both literally and figuratively. If he taps out by passing out or if he taps out by literally tapping out. Either way, that's frowned upon in the bachelor party. You're not tapping out anytime soon. You took a big swing of that brewski.
Oh my! I'll admit, that was a little bit impressive.
Nice double team by Dupree and Argos. Dupree
No.
on top 2-0.
The bigger question is, when will Andrew Palace cut his hair?
I don't think anyone was asking that question. Dupree with a leg drop. Could this do it? No. That's part of Palace's identity, part of his flair, part of his fervor, part of his
I feel like
energy.
RC is like the illegitimate son of Johnny Depp and Bo Dallas.
That's an interesting analysis. I'll go with that. Flexor gets dropped very awkwardly.
Uh-oh. Oh!
Nice
Come on, Flex!
Dupree feeling pretty proud of himself. Could this spell the end? 2-0. No.
He's the only person proud of himself.
I think Argos
I
is
will
pretty
say, these guys are impressive for being their debut match in the company.
proud. Yeah.
Is there red in that guy's hair?
Yes, there is.
Do you think that he went to like Philip Pelusi to get that done, or do you think he did it himself?
I'm not really sure.
Oh,
It's a
in
double
the
team.
quarter splash. Oh!
We saw Argos and Dupree illegally help Bowers attain a victory in Rural Valley. Could they do it on their own here against the prolific former tag team title holder, Chest Flexor?
Come on, get him out of there, ref. Uh-oh. Oh, sidewalk slam.
Nicely done. Could have him. No. And Palace getting more and more frustrated, but Flexor continues to show fight.
Gotta get that tag.
Flexor inching. Look at Dupree hanging on to Argos, who's hanging on to Flexor.
Andrew's reaching.
That's not legal.
Oh,
Flexor
my
got
Lord.
there. Here
House
goes
of fire
Palace.
coming in. Oh. Oh. Oh, I heard them chops all the way from over here.
Palace unloading on everybody, but Argos gets a knee.
Oh.
The numbers game catches up to Andrew Palace.
What are they gonna do?
Breaks through the
he breaks
clothesline.
Oh!
And takes both down. Dupree's all discombobulated. Argos down as well. Hard forearm shot. Oh! Shotgun drop kick. It's all Andrew Palace.
Uh-oh. I've seen this move before.
Oh! Swing neck breaker.
What a match. We taught Andrew well. Everything he knows is from me.
What? Look at that, look at Palace!
Oh!
Suicide dive, 2 for the price of 1.
Almost taking down the guardrail.
And Palace now signaling for young Chesterfield Flexor to fly.
Uh-oh. I've seen Flexor fly in the past, and it has not worked out very good for him.
It's his bachelor party. All things are possible.
He's had a few to drink, and
he can live forever.
He's been sober before, and he has met. Remember whenever he tried jumping on Dennis Gregory, and he got that big bruise?
Oh no!
What is going on here?
This may not have been the best idea.
Is that a hip thrust?
He's a bit tipsy.
What is going on?
Come on, Flexor, it's your last dive as a bachelor. Oh, he did it!
With a little help from Andrew Palace, gets the job done.
I love it. There's nothing like IWC Wrestling in Clearfield. And the match continues.
It's not looking good for Jaxon Argo, or whatever his name is.
Argos, we'll work on it. Oh wait, Dupree's got Flexor.
Oh!
Flexor setting the Palace. And Flexor lands small the back first.
Momentum is changing.
It certainly is, as Argos and Dupree, get somebody out of there, referee, come on.
Hard kicks. Come on, ref, what are you doing?
Mocking these people, mocking Palace.
We shouldn't have given the ref beers before this match, because he's obviously not officiating properly.
Argos elevating Palace.
Oh!
My God.
They didn't get all that, but it's still effective.
That's called lavish and loud, and nearly got it.
He kicked out!
And Argos can't believe it.
They would have got the 3 if they would have gotten all of that.
You may be right. I know it's not easy for you to admit, but that's a move they've been working on, I know.
I don't know. I might have to leave this commentary table, too, and help them out.
Well, you're not legally in the match.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Oh, sweet. Well, what is this? Here comes Flexor. Flexor with a neck breaker on Dupree. And Palace has Argos. Could it be Hurdy driver?
Yes, it is.
Will this do it? It is. Got it.
I'll see you at the after party, Joe.
See you there, pal.
Pleasure working with you.
Likewise. Andrew Palace chest flexor victorious. What a successful bachelor party for chest flexor. Teaming with his old STD buddy, Andrew Palace, to defeat the Brian Bowers Heads with the Lance Storm trainees. What a feel-good moment. The celebration is only going to get more intense.
Follows us on Facebook and on Twitter, or comes to the events, you know that we've been talking about a major announcement regarding the IWC Women's Division, which is just a very young 2 years old so far. But we've had superstars like Britt Baker, like Ray Lynn, Marty Bell, Angel Dust, Lepisto, Dion Brazo, so many names coming through.
and just really capitalizing on this wave of women's wrestling that's so popular right now, and they're just killing it. And for 15 years, this company existed without a women's division. And because these girls have worked so hard, and because a lot of you asked for it, we couldn't think of a better place than right here in Clearfield to announce to you that December 10th at Winner Takes All, we're going to crown our first ever IWC Women's Wrestling Champion. For Clearfield, because in that bag right there, someone thought it was a snake. I'm not Jake Roberts, you know. But we have that title here, and we thought, what better place to get a sneak peek? So you will be the only ones that see this before December. The first ever IWC Women's Championship. So without further ado, I want you to make a big deal when you see this. I want everyone to like really care. Who are putting this online, okay? Here we go, here we go. Take a look. There you go. Now, the way we're going to do it, you know, we thought about drawing it out. We thought about, you know, making an exclusive night. But what we want to do, we want to get a champion crown. We want to get one crown fast. So right now, for all the women superstars around the country that are watching, send in your resumes. Let me know what's going on. Let me know who's interested. Because we're going to take the 4 best women superstars at Winner Takes All. And it's truly going to be Winner Takes All. Because of those 4, we're going to have one match to crown this first champion. It's going to be a 4-way dance for the first ever IWC Women's Championship. Thanks everybody, and enjoy the second half.
As action continues here at IWC's stop here in Clearfield, Pennsylvania, I'm joined by Nick Lendl, ring announcer extraordinaire, backstage correspondent. It's a night of carnage. It's a night of chaos. It's a night that maybe these Clearfield fans will never forget now that Bulk Nasty with BC Steel is in front of them.
Well, Joe, Bulk Nasty has been running through everybody in IWC, now joining up with BC Steel, a whole new attitude. If you remember, Joe, the last time we were in this building, Bulk Nasty slammed the 400-pound Wild Man Congo.
And ever since joining BC Steel, he's gotten even meaner, gotten even more aggressive. And absolutely no remorse from Bulk Nasty. Big night for BC Steel. Could get things kicked off right. But tough test in his way. Matt Conard is called the Reaper, and he is here looking for souls. This man has a very ominous presentation about him. He's very intimidating. He's very macabre. Conard has hung out in some of the same circles in prior years as the likes of Gory. That gives you a good idea of the mindset and the bloodthirsty mentality of a man like Matt Conard.
Conard enters the ring, you see the intimidating presence, but he still lacks in size to the human crime scene.
Who doesn't? Conard has a presence about him. He's got this controlled rage that could explode at any moment. But will it be enough to go one-on-one with Bulk Nasty's? BC Steel's already upset. BC Steel has such a vendetta against the people of Clearfield. He was so miserable over here at the commentary area throughout the early portion of this event. He's only gotten more and more angry. I think Bulk Nasty will be the physical manifestation, the result of BC Steel's anger, because he's programmed Bulk Nasty to completely maim.
Now Bulk mocking Conard as he gets out of the corner.
Well, I don't think Bulk Nasty's intimidated by Matt Conard. That's been a major part of Conard's arsenal, that intimidation aura. Sometimes you can beat somebody before the opening bell even rings. That's not the case here between Conard and Bulk Nasty.
Into the corner again as Bulk Nasty breaks. And Conard firing back.
Conard getting a bit frustrated, daring Bulk Nasty. There you see, this is a bit of a gut check. A bit of a human game of chess. What do you have? What are you made of? Conard fires right back on Bulk Nasty every step of the way thus far.
Well, you said, Joe, that Bulk Nasty certainly wasn't intimidated by the presence of Matt Conard, and it doesn't look like Conard's intimidated by the man who outsizes him tremendously in this contest. And Bulk again into the corner.
Wild swing, but couldn't connect with a chop. May have hurt his own hand on that turnbuckle. This is going to be a gut check. This is going to be physical. It's not going to be technically sound. This is going to be, excuse the pun from someone else in this roster, but it's going to be very in your face. And again, what a very a dubious draw. What a perilous draw this is for Matt Conard in his IWC debut. You want to come in and impress. You want to make headlines overnight, but to do it at the expense of Bulk Nasty, much easier said than done. But Conard slips out the back door and connects.
Conard going for the legs there. He must realize that to get ahead here in this match, he's going to have to take out Bulk maybe by the legs and now take out that size differential.
Always smart to take a big man by his roots, but Conard, the crossbody connects. Got him though. And it's not often I see Conard with that type of high-flying explosiveness. Dragon Sleeper.
And that's going to be the first time in this match that BC Steel's shenanigans have cost Conard the momentum in this contest. And you see BC there telling us to get ready for the end. Looks like Conard has a lot left in him.
Yeah, we'll see about that. And this is when Bulk is at his element, in full control, opponent within reach. Very slow pace, very methodical. Bulk Nasty is not here to win any races. He's here to hurt you, slowly and gradually. Oh, gosh. You can see, you can almost feel the ring shift as Conard's spine collides with the corner.
Conard starts to fight back, but you go back to the size differential and the power of Bulk Nasty just wearing down the Reaper.
And I think, Conard, what do you do here? You're completely out of your element. You're used to being the aggressor. You're used to having that size advantage. Bulk Nasty in the back suplex. Conard, I think, has taken off his game, and it's that adaptability that's going to tell how Conard fares by the time this matchup is all said and done. You've been in the presence of Bulk Nasty, Nick. You've had him grab on you, threaten you. What is it about Bulk Nasty that sets him apart from everybody else? Not just size, but let's go a little bit deeper with that. Why is Bulk Nasty so intimidating?
Because he doesn't care, Joe. He doesn't care about repercussions. He doesn't care what happens to him. And he feels that now that he's with BC Steel and LeRusso, who is now the Super Indy champion, Bulk feels almost that sense of immunity as he just crushes Conard with that clubbing clothesline. back to my point, Joe, I don't think Bulk cares about his repercussions because he thinks he's above that now that he is with LeRusso and BC Steel. Certainly didn't care when he grabbed me by my neck and put me against the wall in Rural Valley.
Well, we've seen that power play. We've seen BC Steel and Chris LeRusso almost be just unfathomable to be around with their braggadocious nature, Bulk Nasty, that muscle behind their mouths, making sure it all gets done according to plan. And we'll talk more about LeRusso as we press on. But Bulk Nasty, man, something as simple as a body slam just sends pain shooting through your body.
Now it looks as if Bulk almost toying with Conard now.
BC still claiming a submission. I don't see that. I didn't detect that. But Conard's in a bad way. Conard needs to find a way out quickly. And Conard! The enziguri kick!
Conard's starting to find his groove here with these knees to Bulk Nasty.
You can sense Conard attempt to quicken that pace. With distance comes opportunity. Reversal by Nasty. Oh. Conard made a mistake. You can't maneuver Bulk Nasty anywhere he doesn't want to go. BC Steel, we guys just been watching his J-Rock matches on the IWC video archive, talking about giving it up one time.
One time.
Too much time on IndyWrestling.us for you, BC Steel. Although it's a fine place to go. I enjoy my category the most. Bulk Nasty with a knee. Not many men can just physically dominate Matt Conard that way. BC Steel making friends as only he can.
What is this, Joe? Bulk gonna go up top here?
Well, Bulk gonna elevate himself. This is always dangerous when a man this size leaves his feet. Oh! Nobody connected on that Vader bomb.
This could be the opportunity Conard needs. Bulk starting to get the wherewithal back as Conard comes out of the corner. Oh, hard shot. Doesn't take the big man down, however. Another hard shot.
Conard looking eye to eye with Bulk just about. But man, the size of Bulk, the girth just separates him from anybody else.
Again, hard shots into the corner from Bulk Nasty.
And notice, just like that, Bulk slows that pace to a halt once again. Keeping Conard in the corner, keeping him at bay. Conard's attempts to quicken the pace have been shut down. And Conard with the feet. Oh, got the clothesline.
Conard's feeling it now. He needs to capitalize on this, Joe.
And these people are with him. The bottom chops out for Bulk. I've seen Conard in some dangerous affairs over the years. Got him, no. Conard's not scared of anything in this wrestling world or out of it, but still cannot figure out the formula to keep Bulk Nasty down.
Bulk quickly again on the offensive. Get him up for the powerbomb. Oh! Conard reverses it into the corner.
Bulk is dazed, bicycle kick. And BC Steel.
You gotta be kidding me, Joe.
You tripped him.
Everyone here in Clearfield saw what he did, and now Bulk picks him up again.
Conard's fighting. Oh. Bulk bomb. Could that do it? He got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest,
Give a big assist to BC Steel. Bulk Nasty, the victor. But I'll tell you what, for what he had to face, Matt Conard impressed me in his first IWC outing.
Absolutely, Joe. Matt Conard, definitely impressive here tonight at Clearfield Carnage.
But could this be an omen of things to come? BC Steel is 1-0. If he's successful later tonight, he will leave, still representing the Super Indy champion as LeRusso meets Gory in our feature tonight.
would you please welcome Justin Lepar and Wardlow?
As the man with war in his name leads his representation, Justin Lepar, to the ring. It was Team Lepar, Wardlow, Dylan Bostic, and RJ City that were successful over Team IWC a month ago, and as a result, Justin Lepar has earned the right to select the opponent to challenge DJZ for the IWC Championship. Coming up December the 10th at IWC, winner take all. Nick, do you have any hot news on this?
Well, Joe, you gotta think, especially with Lepar bringing Wardlow to ringside, you gotta think Lepar's gonna select the man with war in his name. The 300-pounder has been taking everybody out in IWC. Impressive outing last month at House of Hardcore. If I'm Justin Lepar, my best bet is to put Wardlow in there with DJZ, and at the end of the year, and my 2016 representing the World Heavyweight Champion.
Man, imagine that. Not Wardlow, I mean you being Justin Lepar. Yikes.
I think I'm pretty satisfied being Nick Lendl, Joe. Though he does have some very nice shoes. So white.
Don't start with the shoes on me.
This is what a real man looks like. Clearfield, I know you look stupid, but you can't be dumb enough not to show respect for the man with war in his name, Wardlow. My name is Justin Lepar, and I am the most successful and richest person that's ever walked into this dump at a fairground. And I am in charge. I am the CEO of Team Lepar, and we are riding high. First, let me make the announcement everybody has been waiting to hear. He will come down here and he will smack you back into the second grade. So calm down and don't be Last month at House of Hardcore, Team Lepar beat and demolished Team IWC, which means I get to choose the next challenger for DJZ's IWC Heavyweight Champion. And I am here to make the announcement right now that we have signed a contract, and I am picking the Team Lepar member who got the pinfall, Mr. Entertainment himself. He would not dare come here. RJ City.
I'm a little surprised by that.
Stop sucking up. Now, moving on to our current business. There's been a man, I think you guys saw him earlier, named Jimmy Vegas. The problem is, Jimmy Vegas has been around IWC for about 15 years, and he walks around acting like he owns this place, acting like he pays the bills. And yes, he's beat some legends. Yes, he's won some titles, but that was past tense. That means it already happened for those of you who don't have any education. That was past tense. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the present and the future. This is the man who
wants a piece of your ass.
Oh my.
Harsh words and a very stern and bold challenge. But first, we got to get through tonight in Clearfield.
Ladies, weighing to the ring from Hollywood, California, weighing 200 pounds, Santana,
Santana Diamonds, a young up-and-comer from the IWC ICWA, the Iron City Wrestling Academy, and Santana Diamonds could put his name on the map tonight. We talked throughout the night about some of these tough tests. This isn't Santana's first match in IWC, not at all, but it is his biggest match, literally and figuratively. Imagine what will happen to Santana's career if he's the one to put the first defeat in the win-loss column for Wardlow.
In the process, he might put the boot in the mouth of Justin LeBar if he's able to pick up a victory.
I'm okay with that. And Santana showing no fear, but man, you run into Wardlow, it feels like Wardlow ran into you. Ouch.
Barely phased him, Joe.
Made him angry. And that was an impressive resume that LeBar ran through at the top of this segment. The fact that Wardlow's defeated Robbie E., Super Hentai, Jimmy DeMarco. None of them have been seen in IWC since.
Oh, absolutely. Regardless of who Wardlow hangs around with, you can't deny how impressive he is in that square circle as he picks up a 2 count over Santana.
And listen, hey, Robbie E., multiple-time TNA champion, held 3 or 4 different titles in that company. Super Hentai, the embodiment of the Super Indy division. Only 2-time Super Indy winner. Jimmy DeMarco, maybe the most popular IWC champion of all time. More guts, more fight than maybe anybody else that has ever worn that championship. And they were all stopped dead in their tracks by Wardlow and had their careers completely derailed. That is huge. These are men synonymous with this company that Wardlow has excommunicated from existence.
Absolutely, Joe. Wardlow having his way with Santana Diamonds all day long, he says to this crowd in Clearfield as he lays the hand on Santana and picks up another near fall.
Very cocky. Here to make a statement on behalf of him and on behalf of Justin LeBar. But we talked about the head ties to DeMarco's. They're not the size of Jimmy Vegas. They're not the mass of Jimmy Vegas. And they have not shown the type of killer instinct that Jimmy Vegas has always shown. If Jimmy Vegas can cross paths with Wardlow, if that challenge is accepted, what a collision that could be at winner take all. Look at that hang time. Wardlow makes it look easy.
Well, we saw as Wardlow goes for another mocking pin cover of Santana Diamonds. You want that to be you? We saw earlier how Jimmy Vegas absolutely dominated the up-and-comer Shane InYaFace. And now, similarly, so Wardlow using his power to dominate Santana Diamonds. Maybe he wants to outdo Jimmy Vegas. What do you think, Joe?
I think it's a very fair assessment.
Definitely sending a message.
A little bit of game of can you top this? LeBar looks at Vegas as the past of IWC. Wardlow is the future, and it's tough to argue the latter half of that as Wardlow effortlessly elevates Diamonds. Santana elbowing 3. This kid's got a chance here. Down with a face plant.
Hard kick to the face. This could be it.
Upset coming up. No. And you notice LeBar having palpitations. He thought this thing could have been over.
And the first time, Justin.
Oh! Don't ever argue with the official. Wasting precious time. Wardlow's mad. Goodbye. Well, that's how he beat Jimmy DeMarco. And that's how he beat Santana.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Wardlow.
I'll tell you what, Joe, if Justin Plummer signs this match, what a war we are in store for on December 10th at Winner Takes All. Who's going to win this, Joe?
LeVar is looking to take out one of the last remaining staples of IWC lore. And he may have the one man that could do it, but come on, stop this.
Now this is a little ridiculous. You got the pin, you got the win.
The match is over. The match is over. That's enough.
The referee trying to display his authority. I don't know how smart that was.
Makes it effortless, like a little baby. This is completely uncalled for. The guy's out of it. Come on.
Wardlow effortlessly.
Get somebody in here. What?
Wait a minute. Did he just say get a table? Is he telling Justin, you gotta be kidding me?
You can ring the bell all damn night. That's not going to do anything. These men are sick.
They're going a little too far here, Joe. Santana's out.
They're looking to end another career. That's what it comes down to. If they have any say in it, we're never going to see Santana Diamonds again. Come on.
Like I said, I don't know how smart this is by the referee. Oh, no.
What? He's a referee.
Wait a minute.
What are you doing?
Wait. No. No.
Wardlow with 2 more victims.
And look at the entranceway, Joe! It's Jimmy Vegas!
Oh, this is going to explode here!
I don't know if there's enough security to hold these two apart!
There may not be enough bodies in Clearfield to stand between these two men!
Well, they need to keep these two apart, but someone needs to check on the referee!
And we got some big boys out there, but we got to get this settled down. They may fight all the way to Elizabeth.
Well, the crowd wants them to let them fight. I don't think they realize what they're saying. This could spill out into here, and they can all be in danger. Jimmy Vegas.
It's so combustible, but there'll be nobody to hold them back at Winner Take All 2016. Wardlow and Vegas will the last bastion of IWC tradition be wiped out by the man with war in his name. You are looking at the man who wants to infect the world and the man who may bring his infection to the Super Indy division once more. The New Age plague, Gory, debuted in this company at age 18, has been pursuing that championship ever since. One reign, 90 minutes in length, over 12 years of pursuit. Gory's culmination could be tonight in Clearfield.
Well, you got to remember, Joe, Gory was seconds away from advancing the House of Hardcore to challenge for that Super Indy Championship. It was LeRusso that threw him out of the ring and stole the victory in that match, Joe.
Yeah, LeRusso actually used the body of Gory as leverage LeRusso always a step ahead. The entire legacy of IWC and its Super Indy division, LeRusso feels is his for the taking and feels it's practically a birthright for him to be in the main event here tonight. LeRusso expected a match with Josh Alexander. He got one with IWC legend, the Neon Ninja Facade, a last-minute substitution, but LeRusso survived. LeRusso withstood the martial arts arsenal, and he came out on top, IWC Super Indy champion.
And you see, with LeRusso, BC Steel all smiles after what transpired earlier in his other client, Bulk Nasty's matchup.
Hey, when you're the champion, you make more money. When you represent the champion, you make more money. And when you're Bulk Nasty, you can just name your price at that point. This threesome has been on cloud 9 for a month's time. LeRusso said he felt unbeatable. He felt like a god. How will he feel after a night in the ring with the New Age Plague?
It took Chris LeRusso 10 months to win that title, his first defense tonight.
It's time to get out of your seat. Get on your feet, everyone! Live from the Clearfield Carnage Fairgrounds, this is the main event of the evening, and it is for the IWC Super Indy Championship! Introducing first, the man in charge with the belt sound, referee Bobby Williams. And now, the challenger from Alton Marsh, weighing in 175 pounds, he is the New Age Plague. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gory! And his opponent, accompanied by Benjamin C. Steele and Bo Nasty, from Elkhorn, Pennsylvania, weighing in 188 pounds. This man is the reigning, defending, undisputed Super Indy champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the heir apparent, Chris LeRusso.
It is a big fight feel in Clearfield, with a championship at stake with nearly 15 years of history that can be traced back to AJ Styles, Corey Graves, Colt Cabana, Christopher Daniels, and others. Gory has been in more Super Indy tournaments than anyone. LeRusso has ascended to the Super Indy Championship quicker than almost anyone. And Gory is a walking, crawling monstrosity. You never know where or how he'll attack. If you are LeRusso, this is unlike any challenge you prepared for in the past. Gory does not think like you or I would.
LeRusso taking his time getting back in the ring as BC Steel and Bulk Nasty engage with some fans at ringside.
Hey, if you're BC Steel, if you're Bulk Nasty, what can you tell Chris LeRusso? If you're Chris LeRusso, what can you do? Gory, he's not the biggest, but you look into the eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. You look into Gory and see that he has no soul. He's only here to hurt. He's only here to take what he feels should be his.
And as you mentioned before, Joe, Gory, a former Super Indy champion, however, their shortest reign in IWC history.
Gory has never forgotten that. We saw him at the 15th anniversary earlier this year. An event available courtesy of Silvertron Media, IndyWrestling.us. Gory, a hair away from defeating Palace. Entered Super Indy 15. Great showing there as well. The Super Indy division has always been the most competitive in IWC. On any given night, the result could impact the Super Indy division for months, if not years to come. We could see a changing of the guard in that respect tonight. And Gory a little hungry.
I don't think Chris LeRusso is expecting that, Joe, judging by his reaction in the corner.
To say the least.
LeRusso pointing it out to the ref. Wow, how much would LeRusso love to get out of Clearfield with a disqualification win here tonight in his first title defense?
How much would Gory love to get out of here with Chris LeRusso's hand hanging out of his mouth?
Tie up again.
No clean break from LeRusso, but Gory was ready. Got him again!
And I believe that's the other hand, Joe. You know, for safe measure, even things out.
Yeah, why not? It's a taste test, really. Pace quickens advantage, Gory. Lightning fast, so fluid, so smooth. Quickest man in IWC history.
And BC Steel wants a timeout.
Gory hungry again.
Well, he bit both hands. Now he has to get the face, Joe.
Gory is in his element. Could LeRusso go down as maybe the second shortest Super Indy champion ever?
Oh.
Shades of former Super Indy champion Corey Graves, Sterling James Keenan, who used that maneuver to perfection. Many famous Super Indy wars against John McChesney and others. And now dragging LeRusso, almost dragging him to the depths of hell, but in this case, the outside of the ring.
Hard shot from Gory as he picks him up and getting in the...
Oh, PC Steel, a bit too close to the action, and LeRusso capitalizes. Oh. You can hear the smack of flesh on steel all the way in the back of this building. LeRusso, the opportunist. And BC Steel clutching in the arms of Bulk Nasty. Felt maybe his life flash before his eyes a bit. But Gory felt something far worse.
Now put yourself in Gory's shoes, Joe. From the get-go, he's outsized by LeRusso. Now he not only has to deal with BC Steel, but also Bulk Nasty. How do you overcome this if you're Gory?
Gory only knows one direction. It's straightforward. Gory has never been somebody who likes friends. He's never been a people person. Gory will march through hell to fight. No doubt about that. I don't think Gory's intimidated by Bulk Nasty, certainly not by BC Steel. If I'm Gory, I keep the fight in the ring. I keep LeRusso in my grasp. But easier said than done as LeRusso continues to fly the advantage based upon the distraction caused on the outside.
Gory slow to his feet as LeRusso sends him off the ropes and a hard elbow. Gory may have lost a tooth there, Joe.
May lose his breath next. He'll have to count his teeth later. Hey, BC Steel! Come on!
Get him out of there. And Bulk Nasty with the extra insult there. Patting Gory on the side of the cheek.
LeRusso's in his element now because all the spotlight and focus is on him. He's dictating the pace.
Certainly the way LeRusso likes it, Joe.
May not be deserved, may not be warranted, but it's a fact of life at this point.
Oh, that wasn't nice.
Gory elevates LeRusso. Oh, it's a Gory! LeRusso dazed and tumbles to the floor.
What are we going to see here? Gory going up top.
Oh, wait a second.
There's a roadblock if I've ever seen one, Joe.
Bulk Nasty channeling as Andre the Giant, just stepping in the way of Gory. who gets dropped back on the neck first on the turnbuckle.
And you notice that moron BC Steel taunting Gory from behind, Bulk Nasty.
And again, LeRusso the opportunist, BC Steel the coward. Bulk Nasty the muscle behind the mouth. BC Steel can get away with anything when Bulk Nasty's around. Body scissors now. LeRusso trying to constrict the breathing. The leg muscles clinching in around the rib cage, preventing the lungs from Gory from expanding. Nasty's just miserable with mad at the world out there. But LeRusso has dictated everything we have seen the past 3 to 5 minutes. And you can see the impact that Gory hits the turnbuckle, sends his own body shooting to the canvas. 2 and no.
LeRusso disappointed with the 2 count.
Well, LeRusso's running his mouth now, but LeRusso will never admit the intimidation factor that Gory has caused over the past 3 or 4 weeks. As LeRusso looks to maybe put Gory away. Superplex coming.
Gory blocks twice, and again biting him in the head, and LeRusso's down.
Gory finds a way. A Bulk Nasty bump now, oh, come on! Gory is crotched.
Oh, come on, ref, you think he fell?
He did not slip. How gullible does BC Steel think we are?
Gory can't seem to get the upper hand as LeRusso, with the momentum swinging in his favor, again being bit by Gory.
Oh yeah, that pendulum could swing in a moment's notice with Gory. Gory's fighting for his life, for that championship. He's chased for his entire adult life. LeRusso bitten for what, the 5th time? With a Gory.
Hard DDT!
LeRusso's out, but does Gory have enough left to capitalize?
Gory certainly needs the momentum to keep going here, Joe.
He needs the momentum, he needs the oxygen, he needs the energy, he needs everything he can get, every fiber of his being to continue the fight. With Bulk Nasty circling, LeRusso getting to his feet, and his do or die time for the New Age Plague.
Gory out of the way. Hard shot, LeRusso into the corner.
Oh!
Gory again.
Jawbreaker connects. Gory's quickening the pace.
And one for BC Steel.
I love it. Head scissors. Champion on the retreat.
Gory feeling it from this cloud in Clearfield.
Oh, you can feel the energy change. Gory flies.
Up and over.
Could we be moments away from a new Super Indy champion?
Back in the ring, Gory needs to capitalize here, Joe.
Gory gonna spring. Splash connects. New champion now.
So close.
Oh, I swear to you, I thought that was it.
I think BC Steel did also.
Wait a second. Gory. That's pestilence. That's a submission move. LeRusso knew the lights would fade quickly. LeRusso adjusts. Takedown center ring. Got him though. And LeRusso just tried to end this thing at all costs as quickly as possible.
LeRusso may be looking for some words of encouragement from BC Steel. I don't think Steel knows where he is yet.
LeRusso may be looking for his equilibrium. Thrust kick countered. QAS! QAS connects. Both got the official. Oh, that would have done it. LeRusso kicks out just barely. A 2 and 9/10 at least. If not for Bolt Nasty, we'd have crowned a new champion.
2 or 3 different times Gory had the current champion beaten. And now trying to plead his case to the referee. And they're out of here!
Bolt Nasty's been ejected. He shouldn't have been out here to begin with. He's got no manager's license. Pestilence coming up. Going with a submission.
Referee needs to turn around and see what's happening in the ring.
Referee is ejecting Bolt. LeRusso's fading. Will LeRusso tap? LeRusso fighting with everything he's... Oh, Gory elevated. And Gory landed awkwardly on his neck and his ankle in the corner.
What ring awareness from Chris LeRusso.
And LeRusso, could he have him? No. And listen to this ovation. What is LeRusso doing?
LeRusso calling for some help. Bolt's been sent to the back. Where's BC going?
I haven't a clue.
Wait a minute.
Now, come on now. And LeRusso doesn't mind being disqualified. He'll leave with a title. Hey! That's Matt Conard.
Conard, who was defeated by Bolt Nasty earlier, coming back for some revenge.
BC Steel's in the ring.
Wait a minute.
The title between her shoulder blades. LeRusso a knockout shot.
LeRusso's gonna steal
Not
one.
like this. No. It took 3 men. A complete travesty.